What's going on, guys? One love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night, Błachowicz versus Rakic. This is going to be real quick, guys. Not much breakdown on this one. We got a little later fight here coming up, 7:30 p.m. So we got a little time here. But I'm not going to spend too long on this. I'm going to fly through it accurately, though, professionally. And let's do this. Before I start, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to this channel. Check out my Patreon account for all the face-off predictions, some prop bets too. And also, if you want, you can donate to the channel to my PayPal account. Link be down below. Okay, let's do this. First fight here, we got Nick Maximoff versus Andrea Petruski. Both guys is kind of similar here. Both will wrestle and grapple, look for submissions. Nick got more BJJ. Nate Diaz student there. Andre got submissions too, but Andre will gas out. I'm gonna go with Nick here for the win, guys. I'm gonna say Nick by submission, guys, in the second round. All right. Next fight here, Carlos Cardellero versus Tatsuro Taira. Remember, this fight was on the, I believe, the last UFC card, but it got cancelled. I believe I went with Tohara, which I'm gonna still go with Tohara. I think Tohara is a good prospect, pretty accurate with his strikes. Got some good leg kicks on him. Good forward pressure, good grappling. Like, he's pretty good in every area, man. With Carlos, he hasn't been fighting in a long time. I think he retired, came back, went in Contender Series twice, won the first one, lost the last one. I'm going to go with Tohara like the last pick. I'm going to say Tohara by decision, guys. Am I confident in this one? I'm not too confident either because, you know, we haven't... Carlos, I feel, maybe a little more experienced guy. So you just never know in this game, man. Anything can happen. Even though, you know, Tohara looks good everywhere. You know, Carlos retired, came back, but, you know, I believe Carlos was injured or something like that. But still, man, so I'm not confident. Next fight, we got Virna Jandiroba versus Angelica Hill. Verna, you know, BJJ black belt. Will definitely look for takedown. She will shoot for takedown, double single legs. Angela Hill, more Muay Thai. Probably more experience in UFC, but can get taken down. I'm going to go with Verna here, the BJJ black belt here. I'm going to say Verna by second round submission, guys. And I'm not confident because, like I said, Hill is a little experienced there, so you never know. Right? Michael Johnson, man, he's still in there, man. Man, I believe Michael Johnson lost a couple fights back-to-back, right? Yeah, man, 4 fights back-to-back. He's fighting Alan Patrick here. Oh, Michael Johnson, man, I mean, it seems like... You know, it just things hasn't been working out for him. You know, he be winning the fight and he ends up losing. You know, and he's winning the fight, you know, and they end up losing. Heavy-handed, got good striking. The guy's pretty well rounded, but he just keep getting in bad situations and lose. Alan Patrick here will gas out in his last fight. And he got poked in the eye. You know, the fight was stopped. It was a non-contest. I'm gonna go with Michael Johnson, man. But honestly, man, Michael Johnson just he be winning the fight, and he end up losing. So be very careful with this one, man. I'm gonna go not confident Michael Johnson by first round KO TKO, guys. But I'm not confident though. All right, be careful with it. Viviana Roja versus Andrea Lee. Viviana Roja, nice in foot, good footwork, but cardio is not there. That's it, her cardio, she runs out of gas. Angela Lee has movement too. I believe Taekwondo background or kickboxing background. Striking not bad, she's pretty well rounded. Roja's well rounded too, she has a ground game also, but she don't really use it as much. And I feel Lee has more, her condition is better, cardio, and she pushed the pace a little higher pace. Roja would push a pace in the first, but she gets tired as the fight go on. She get tired after first round, or in the first round, at the end of the first round, she's already getting worn out. I'm going to go with Angela Lee for this one, guys. And I'm going to say Angela Lee by decision, but I'm not confident. All right? Next fight here, we got Jake Hadley versus Alan Nascimento. Jake come off a Contender Series here. He actually doesn't look bad, man. He's a pretty good prospect here. Striking don't look bad. Ground game don't look bad. You know, hasn't really, ain't really fought to anybody really. His opponent here, Nascimento, lost his UFC debut here against Tajar. Tajar is not a bad fighter. It's not a bad fighter here, but fought also ruling pivot. This guy's a little more. This guy's a little bit more experience here. As far as Ricardo Ramos. Um, it's a tough one here, guys. From what I see from Allen, sometimes he be on his back a lot and just trying to look for submission off his back. And you know, Hadley striking, I feel, is a little more technical than Allen. And you know, Hadley has a ground game too, but Allen will look for those submissions, man. I feel that Allen has a better chance maybe to get a submission. But I'm gonna go with Jake Hadley here. I'm gonna say Hadley by decision, guys. And I'm not confident in this one either. Alright. Next fight here, guys. We have Frank Camacho versus Manuel Torres. Man, a lot of these fights on this card, man, is kind of... It's hard to trust the guys to get a win. It's kind of risky, man, to be honest with you. I mean, Frank Camacho, I mean, from UFC, he only beat Nick Hines and Damian Brown. So he's what? He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 2-5 in UFC. I mean, can he beat this guy here, Manuel Torres? When I say for Manuel Torres, pretty heavy hitter, it's pretty well-rounded guy. May not be experienced as Camacho, but man, at least he's winning his fights. At least, I mean, Camacho, I don't know, man. This is a tough one to pick here, man. I mean, Camacho could win the fight, but can't really trust him. You know, you just don't know. You just don't know what you're gonna get with him. I mean, supposedly he's coming up with a different game plan and training differently, but I'm gonna go with Manuel Torres here, guys. I'm gonna say Manuel Torres by submission in the first round, man. But I'm not confident because Frank could get the edge here, just based off of just experience. All right. Next fight here: Katlyn Chookagian versus Amanda Ribas. This is the next tricky one here. Amanda Ribas, BJJ black belt here. She doesn't really shoot too much, but she will get into the clinch, look for throws and sweeps. Chookagian will stay on the outside, has more karate base in her. Ribas is hateable though and can get hurt in the foot, but Chookagian don't really pack in the power up, but Chookagian will pepper you up and outstrike you, outland cardio. She outpace her volume, I should say. So again, Amanda Ribas probably can get a takedown here, but I'm gonna go with Chookagian here. And I'm gonna say Chookagian by a decision, guys, and I'm not confident. Louis Smoker versus Davey Grant. I mean, Louis Smoker was in the UFC, then he left, he came back. He won against Sumi Ardojui. I know I mispronounced that. Lost in Matt Chanel. And beat Ryan McDonough. Jose Cunez. Lost to Vince Morales. I'm liking Davey Grant for this one, man. Davey Grant has improved a lot. And even the fight he lost, actually against Andre and Yanis, that fight is questionable. That's why I saw a split. I felt like Grant could have got that win. You know, Marlon Vera fight was kind of close too. He even beat Jonathan Martinez, with John Martinez is a pretty good prospect. I'm liking Grant. I'm gonna say Grant by decision, guys. All right. But I'm not confident in this one. No, I don't think any of these fights I'm confident, guys. I'm not confident in this one either, because Smoker could come in here and if he can get the fight to the ground, you know, Grant is known to get submitted, but look like he has fixed that part of his game. All right. Next fight, we got Ryan Spann versus Ian Cuțelaba. Ryan Spann are going to be massive, man. You're going to have the height, 5-inch height, and a massive 5-inch reach, or some, I believe around, 4-inch height and 5-inch reach. He's going to be massive, but Ryan Spann here, man, seems not to, you know, your face not meant to get a hit, but some guys can take a little more than others. Ryan Spann can't take it, and he will get tired in the fight. He has to finish Ian in the first round. If he doesn't do that, Ian going to win. Or Ian finish him in the first. So this is the fight. Ryan Spann going to have to take this fight out the first round. No, sorry. Ryan Spann going to have to finish the fight in the first round. And the fight doesn't get done in the first round, it could be problems, because Ian going to be on him. Ian going to be stuck to him and take him down and beat him up. But I must say Ian by first round KO TKO, guys. Yeah, this is the next fight here. Ryan Spann can't really trust him. You know, you just don't know. You get hit, get stunned, get tired, gasses out. He's fought his fight against Sam Alvey, with Sam Alvey been losing to everybody. He almost lost that fight. And Sam Alvey has what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fights in a row straight. And he went to split with Ryan Spann. He almost beat Ryan Spann. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go with Ian Cuțelaba. I'm gonna say Ian Cuțelaba first round KO TKO. Main fight on the card, which is a tricky one, man. I was kind of going for Andre Alexandra Relic here, you know. But when I watch him fight, a couple fights here was all decision fights, and he never been in a 5-round fight before. So he may have to finish Valkovic to win the fight. You have to finish the fight, man, because the longer the fight goes, it's gonna favor one to win. So I'm saying he never been to 5 rounds. One been to a couple 5 rounds already. So, in his experience he went against Israel Asano, you know. So I was going for Relic, but you know, footages, man. Watching the fights, man, it tells a lot. That's why it's good to watch the fights, man. It's good to watch fights, man. If you're breaking fights down and predicting them. I'm gonna go with Juan Valkovic. I'm gonna say one by decision, man. He could even be takedowns here. There's grounding, you know, there's winning off of points in the ground by ground and pounding. But I think Relic may last, but he's gonna be tired in the fight. Probably by, you know, after the 5th round, you know, after the fight goes first, second, third, he start to wear it on. So I'm gonna go with Juan Valkovic by decision, guys, and I'm not confident because he's really coming here and put the power. He landed the head kicks up, some combination from the outside. You know, it could be a different fight. But that's about it there, guys. Quick look at the odds we're working with over here. This is fast here, guys. Not gonna spend too long. Let's see here what we got. See the odds there. Andre Nick 365. Man, that's massive. Nah, he's too high, guys. This fight should be a little bit more closer because Andre and him is pretty similar in skill set. I disagree. I disagree with him being 300. Be careful with this one. Be very careful. Taharo, negative 305, 300. The next fight here to be careful with. The odds on him is too high. You can't have him so high like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel Carlos a little more experienced guy, but Taharo is pretty well rounded, but still it's too high. Hill, Virna 210. I feel Virna is a little bit too high too. Closer fight here, man. The odds on these are all messed up because Hill can still win. It's experience. Michael Johnson, Patrick. Okay, I don't agree with Michael Johnson being 150. Close fight, but still be careful though. Andrea Lee, Arroyo, close fight. Exactly, because Arroyo could win the fight. So a close fight, but I'm edging for Lee. Good. Jake Hadley, Allen Nazamento, and Jake Allen 120. It's too high. This should be a closer fight because Nazamento is not bad. So it should be a closer fight here. Manuel Torres, Franco Macho. Okay, Manuel Torres, little favorite here, not much. Okay, I don't disagree with that. Chookagian and Rebus. Chookagian 165, 105. Could be a little bit closer here, man. Could be a little closer. Could be a stick slice a little bit too high. Could be a little closer there. Davey Grant, negative 280, 300. Man, I mean, I really don't disagree, man. I think Grant can beat Smoke, to be honest with you. But kind of high still, so still be careful. Ian Cuțelaba and Ryan Spann, are seeing the same thing I'm seeing. 200 and something. Yeah, man, Ryan Spann is just, he's not, yeah, I can't really trust him too much. He's unpredictable, you know. He could go up and down. You just never know what you're going to get with him. Now it's a little bit too high on Ian, though, because of the reach and height of Ryan. You just never know. He may come in here and then, you know, look different. So still be careful. I feel the odds are a little too high on the guys, though. So be very careful with this one, guys. And that's about it, guys. You guys keep on kicking. One love out to everybody. And...